tease action. We got a special announcement, folks. I'm going to tell you right now. We are very excited here. Our family, 95.7 The Game, and Odyssey have partnered with the Golden State Valkyries on a multi-year deal to broadcast their games starting this Friday as the Valkyries take on the LA Sparks at Chase Center at 7 o'clock. Cannot wait for that. You'll be able to listen, Joe. Get this. All the games right here on 95.7 The Game and the Odyssey app. The Valkyries will have their own custom channel. So you download that Odyssey app now, search Valkyries to listen to each and every game. And check, this is even better. Your boy, Kevin Dana, you hear him? Sometimes fills in for Tim Roy. He's our C-Dubs guy. He was on Warriors Roundtable last night. I was listening to him and Gary St. Jean doing a hell of a job. Kevin Dana and Sophia Jones will be on the call throughout the season. I met Sophia. She's awesome. She's amazing. Coupled alongside Kevin Dana. Cannot wait for that. And over 7, you know what was crazy? This is crazy. Because Nahigan told me about this, and I had to do a double take. Over 17,000 fans filled Chase Center in the first preseason game on May 6th, Joe, against the Sparks. That was a preseason game for the Valkyries. 17,000 fans. That was going on during a Warriors playoff game.
It's incredible.
That's insane. That just shows how excited the Bay Area is about WNBA. I know you're excited. Yeah. I'm excited. You're going to take your kids. I'm going to take my kids. But the WNBA and women's sports have never been hotter right now. You got the Caitlin Clark effect. I know Kelsey Plum's now in the LA Sparks, so you'll see her on Friday as well, taking on the Valkyries. We're not going to be cheering for her, cheering on for ours. All right, but I'm so excited. 95.7 The Game's excited about it. You're excited about it. It's awesome. It's amazing.
I've been coaching women's young girls basketball for over a decade. I've got many nieces in my life who I've coached who are high-level athletes, dedicated their lives to sports. And I feel like watching them watch sports in the living room on the professional level and seeing nothing but men as people on the television, I think this is extremely important for the next generation of young women who are coming through and young boys to see women on the television who they can aspire to, you know, and whether we're talking about a WNBA team or whether we're talking about other sports, I just think it's important to have that representation and have different people that they can look up to as heroes.
No, it's a great point. And, you know, young Benjamin and I, my son Benny, and I have a 2-year-old Nora as well, you know, just getting them involved in sports and going out to sporting events. Like one of our yearly things that Benny and I like to do is the California Classic, whether it's at Golden One Center up in Sacramento, but if they have it at Chase here all the time, where obviously the Valkyries are going to be playing all season long, their home games at Chase Center. But we go to that a lot because it's fun bonding. He's off of school, you know, it's summertime. I got a day off for here or there. It's on the weekend. We can go there. But now we have summer basketball, like all the time now with the Valkyries here, which is awesome. So not only can I take Benny now, and Nora's getting a little older, and having that exposure, as you said, is important to watch not only the men's side, but the women's side as well, and basketball in its purest form. It's just, I can't wait to be a part of it and take the kids there. Hoping to go on Friday, by the way, to the home opener. So you might be able to see me out there. And yeah, by the way, Friday night, 7 o'clock, Sparks, they're going to be in town taking on the Valkyries. Willard and Dibbs, they're going to be broadcasting live from Chase leading up to that game. You got to get your tickets at Valkyries.com and download the Odyssey app now and search Valkyries so you can listen to every single game throughout the season. So excited to announce that partnership. It's huge. No, seriously. All right.
This is a big deal. And I think,
now you vamp for me so I can put on my shirt.
Yeah, no, this is a big deal. And, you know, my mother-in-law just loves sports, and she's been just asking me nonstop, what's the deal? What's the deal with the Valkyries? Can we go to the game? Can we get some tickets? Can we do this? And I'm super excited to go. You know, I'm just super excited to go. And, you know, we were talking about women's sports just in general and representation, whether it's Serena or Coco Gauff, whether it's Lexi Thompson in golf, who I've had a chance to go see at Olympic Club in a major event. Lydia Ko, who I've seen up close and personal. Watching athletic excellence on either side of the genders, it's the same in the terms of you're watching someone so good and so dedicated to their craft, and for our community to be able to support an entire team that represents our region. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be great. And like on just another level, if you're, you know, trying to go and look, a Warrior ticket is expensive. It might be a little more affordable for someone to be able to go and sit in a spot in the arena watching a professional game with their family to a Valkyries game.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a special thing, and that's a unique thing, and we want to wrap our arms around them. First off, the color scheme is incredible.
Oh, dude, purple and black.
Purple, lavender. You know I'm purple, Reardon guy, so this is going to be right up my alley.
SF State, me too.
And just the name Valkyries and everything it represents, and to be able to share a home with Steph Curry, and to see the men's team support the women's team as much as they have this year. If you've watched the Warriors games, how many guys have been wearing the gear on the sideline?
Oh, yeah, all of them. It's been great.
It's been really cool. When they're going in and out of commercials, how many times have you seen Steph Curry or Steve Kerr wearing some of the logos, or on NBC they're supporting the Valkyries and showing the logo? I think this is awesome for everybody involved. And we were actually talking, I was talking with one of the coworkers who works at another station here, and her daughter's a big soccer player, and they've gone to go see Bay FC multiple times. And it's just a great atmosphere out there, and it's really good for her daughter, who plays club ball, to be able to see other young women to aspire to and to look up to. And I think we do this thing like young women need to see other young women. I also think it's good for young boys to see young women who are at the professional level playing, because a professional is a professional no matter what, and to see how they dedicate themselves in their demeanor and just everything about their game, you can love and respect it. I mean, look, the number one thing is like, when is Caitlin Clark coming to the Bay?
Well, of course.
I mean, that's what everyone's. Let's just call it what it is, right? We want to see Caitlin Clark.
Well, Cameron Brink, unfortunately, because a lot of people know her locally from Stanford, right? But she's rehabbing from her ACL. They said that June probably she's going to come back. But again, LA Sparks, like Cameron Brink, Kelsey Plum. There was a big trade in the offseason. Kelsey Plum, formerly of the Las Vegas Aces, champion, synonymous with the WNBA. She'll be there Friday.
You get to see Sabrina Ionescu, who's a local product made good. I mean, I've seen her in all kinds of commercials. I just think this is great for our community, and I'm really excited. And on a personal level, like, I've known Kevin for a minute, not as intimate as maybe other people. Kevin Dana, I'm talking about. I'm really happy for him.
Durant. Okay, yeah.
Kevin Dana is just a great dude, and I really enjoy the way he broadcasts the game. And I think that this is a guy who is a special broadcaster, and I love him as a person, and I love hearing him, and I love seeing guys like him get opportunities to, let other people who maybe were unaware of how great he can be calling a game hear him. I just think this is great for him, and I'm just happy for a lot of people. Vern Glenn's going to be doing a lot of it. Zena Keita, who does a great job with the Warriors, is going to do a lot of the pre- and post-game stuff on television. Our guy Matt Lively is going to be involved in the broadcast. And so you're giving people an opportunity, when there's only so many of these jobs, to kind of showcase how great they are to the rest of the world. And I just think this is awesome.
And listen, this is, we know what our bread and butter is here at 95.7 The Game. We're talking Warriors, we're talking Niners, we're talking Giants. But you know what? I'm going to be talking to some Valkyries this summer. Absolutely, I'll be talking about them. You know what? When Caitlin Clark comes to town, not just because of that, but there's going to be some moments. There's going to be some games here or there. There might be a buzzer beater here or there. Absolutely, I will talk about it here at the station. People are going to say, oh, you're just being a showman. You have announced the partnership. You'll never talk about them again. No, I absolutely will talk about them again. It was almost similar with the whole, people want to say, oh, the A's. It's like, yeah, we were partnered with them.
Yeah, give us something to talk about.
Give us something to talk about. Show that you care about your franchise first and foremost.
Agree.
And what's the best part about this? Joe Lacob being an owner, I know that he cares.
Well, he actually delivered on a promise.
So damn much.
He actually delivered on a promise. He promised this region we would get a WNBA team. And it's important. It really is. It's important that we have that representation. And, we've lost some teams. We've lost the Raiders. We've lost the A's.
Sucks.
And you're never going to be able to replicate maybe on the men's side some of those vacancies.
No.
But if this can offset some of that loss for somebody else, and you only have so much bandwidth, right? And so as a team might leave for a particular person, maybe you can glom on to something else. And I just thinking about, all the people that have an opportunity now to root for something different. Well, and I'm going to get some of the merch. I'm not going to lie.
You said it.
I love merch.
I love that it's Golden State still too, because that encompasses, the
whole Bay.
The whole Bay. Because there is, let's be honest, there is some type of way how Oakland people would feel if it was the San Francisco Valkyries. The fact that it is Golden State and it really is the base.
Yes.
It is. So that is I could be a fan. Benny, Nora, you,
Absolutely.
LJ, we could all come together, be fans of this. By the way, you know what they're calling Chase Center when the Valkyries play there now? They have a nickname already. Because of Valkyries, Norse mythology, I know you're all in on Thor, Odin, all of that. They're calling it Valhalla. Playoff of
No
Valhalla.
way.
It's Valhalla
No way.
when they play at Chase Center. I love that, by the way. I'm a sucker for mythology of all shapes and kinds. I don't know if you played God of War, because the latest one was
Ragnar Lothbrok. I watched the Vikings show for days. It's one of my favorite guilty pleasures. I know people think it's, way over the top.
Of course it is.
Dude, Ragnar is one of the baddest characters of all time.
So the Valkyries, obviously the female warriors in Norse mythology, flying on the Pegasus.
Yeah. That is incredible.
So I'm all in on that. So again, if you're just joining us, we are partnering here at 95.7 The Game with the Golden State Valkyries, broadcasting their games.
I love stuff like that.
All season long.
Like, when they have like you're the Ducks or whatever, and they're like, this is called the pond.
Right.
Like, I like when teams this is the Hornet's Nest.
The swamp, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Florida, the swamp.
I love Valhalla. That is so good.
It's so nice.
I love that.
It's sick. The stick, right? The stick. It was iconic, right?
Absolutely.
It was iconic. The collie, when it was there. Well, still there. Oakland roots, baby. Let's go. We got to take a quick break. Come on back.